It's your boy Kyle, the kid and Mega the boy, and we are back with episode 2 of Talk Sports with Your Boys. Yes, sir, we are here. How you feeling, Mega? How you doing?
Heat boys, man.
Heat boys? That's how you feeling?
We took a little loss. It's cool. Whatever.
Took a little loss last night against OKC.
Pacers, I don't think Pacers feel as confident as he was feeling last week. TJ Warren went down.
Knocked him, down to size, I must say.
Yeah.
But damn, I mean, you just gonna start like that? That was on your spirit?
Yeah.
Just like that's how you feeling? Okay. I'm feeling like that too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good week for basketball.
Great.
If you're a basketball fan, you've had to enjoy this past week. There's a few things going on. Obviously, if you've been paying attention, the whole feud with Damian Lillard and Pat Bev and Paul George and Skip Bayless.
Mm-hmm.
We had the matchup of Miami Heat versus Indiana. TJ Warren, Jimmy Butler. We got a chance to see how that was going to unfold. Devin Booker is leading the Suns right now, 7-0 in the bubble.
Get that man some help, bro.
Looking very good. I mean, they're playing great. I mean, he wouldn't have been able to do this without them playing good as well.
Of course.
So, yeah, it's been a great week for basketball, I must say, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And approaching, we have the playoffs starting August 17th.
Mm-hmm. Monday.
Yeah, so you have Portland fighting for the 8th seed. So that's just some of the stuff that we're going to talk about. What key playoff game one matchups that we're looking forward to and things of that nature. But since it's on your chest so much, we're going to start off with the Miami Heat versus the Indiana Pacers. Mm-hmm. The rematch. Finally, Jimmy Butler did see TJ Warren. Mm-hmm. And the Heat ended up getting the win. And the hot streak that TJ Warren was on seemingly cooled off. Have anything you want to,
I mean, TJ Warren was playing great.
Yeah.
I can't take nothing from him.
A lot of people were saying all bubble MVP.
Yeah, he was playing great.
Mm-hmm.
But there's certain players, they played great, but he was so high up. Mm-hmm. There's no way he was gonna maintain that or even get close to that.
Yeah, that's not the normal.
Yeah, so if I'm an Indiana Pacers fan, I see TJ Warren dropping 53, 38, whatever he's dropping. You're excited, but you're like, all right, any day now it's gonna come back to reality. You feel me? So that's what happened. He had 12 points. The Jimmy Butler, TJ Warren matchup, Jimmy Butler got the best of him. Both of them, they shoot relatively great, but Jimmy Butler got to the line way more. Had more assists, had more rebounds. Just all around a better game. And then, that defense came alive in the nighttime, so.
And then, yeah, a lot of, because Jimmy Butler shot 5 for 13. Mm-hmm. TJ Warren shot 5 for 14, but a lot of those misses came against Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, it was.
But the thing is, though, with Jimmy Butler, and I'm not sure if you knew this or not, or if you guys knew this as well, Jimmy Butler is top 5 in free throw attempts and getting to the line this year in the NBA. And I've seen a change in his game away from putting up 20 shots, 18 shots this year with the Heat. He's been around 14 and 15 shots, sometimes even lower than that. Mm-hmm. He slows down the game a lot by attacking and going to the hole, and he's just been getting his teammates involved and just doing the hard-nosed stuff. Mm-hmm. And that's
his game, though.
No, but that is definitely his game. But in Chicago, Minnesota, and Philly, he's had more 30-point games. Yeah. He's had more of a scoring impact. Mm-hmm. It seems like with the Heat, he's been trying to impose his will on the game in other ways. Mm-hmm. And if you remember that legendary practice he had in Minnesota, when people thought that Jimmy Butler was there just dropping buckets with the second string team, Jimmy Butler said he actually did not score that whole time. He was imposing his will in other ways, and I think what we saw with Indiana, when he shot 5 for 13 and still had 19 points and like 9 for 10 from the free throw line, that is the way Jimmy Butler impacts the game. He doesn't
the small things, even things that you don't see on a
the small things that you don't think make a difference. He does them so well that you can see the difference that it makes. He trusts Tyler Hero. He trusts Duncan Robinson, who Tyler Hero had 31 last night against OKC in a losing effort, but Duncan Robinson had 16 points in the first quarter. He knows he has people around him, the Kendrick Nuns, the Goran Dragics, who can put up shots.
And then you got somebody like a Bam Adebayo, which is technically a point forward, a point center, where you can trust him and he could slash back door cuts and go and set off ball screens for the Tyler Heroes to come off, the Duncan Robinson. So yeah, I mean, he's impacting the game in ways that he doesn't need to do so much scoring. And when he do get the ball, you know he can do with it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have to put up 20, 25 shots a game for him to be impactful, and that's great.
And that's coming from somebody who Jimmy Butler is a 25-point per game scorer in this league.
Easily.
So that's the little things you got to look at when.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, yeah,
can you remember when it was one point Jimmy Butler used to put up 22, 23 points, and it looked like it was so hard for him to score. I remember one time we used to say that he scored 23 points, but it looked like he scored 100. Like the way he used to score was so hard.
And what we mean by that, like it wasn't hard for him to score, but it didn't look effortlessly. Like it looked like he was working for those 20 points. Like you know how sometimes somebody scored 30 points, you'd be like, damn.
When he did that.
Like it was like so smooth, like you barely saw it. Like Jimmy Butler put up 20 points, like you see him working for those 20 points. It looked like he put up 60 points. But now he just looks so smooth. Now he went, I don't know. I mean, he came into this league as a hard-nosed hustle player, defensive player, and he was just working. You saw that from 8 to 13 to 19 to 20 to All-Star appearances and things of that nature. All those little things that got him into the league, he's kept. He's kept. I mean, you see like somebody like James Harden, to where when he was in OKC, he was in the sixth man, and people are praising his defense against Kobe Bryant in the playoffs and things of that nature. But now he's known as a person that people think can't play defense.
Yeah, people forget that he was the one they put on Kobe Bryant, playing relatively good against Kobe Bryant defensively. So now he go to Houston, it's like
a whole different scheme. So a lot of times you see, star players, superstar players get away from
what made them them.
What made them them, or it was something that they just had in general, not even made them them. Because it's not James Harden was known as a defensive player. No, that wasn't him, but he can do that. But he got away from that. Jimmy Butler carried those things, added to his scoring,
to his arsenal,
and it seemed like in Miami he's even became a better playmaker and distributor of the ball. So I'm very excited to see the first round series. Seemingly we will be playing Indiana.
5 games. I said 6.
Last time you said about 6.
TJ Warren, 5.
And after that game, I'm not sure if this is like a cop out to the 12-point performance that he has back in 14. Plantar fasciitis, which is something that a minor plantar fasciitis. He's saying that he'll be ready to go. They're saying that is something that has been hampering him, and as well, Domantas Sabonis. That's something that he's been dealing with as well. You haven't seen him playing. So I'm not sure if he'll be ready to go by game 1 or if how much we'll be seeing him in the first round. But
this has nothing to do with what you just said. I just want to let the fans know that Domantas Sabonis stole Bradley Beal's spot in the All-Star game. We'll continue. What was the stat that he had that made him All-Star?
They said that him and Giannis were the only people.
First one to tie his shoes.
No.
Okay, well, go ahead.
No, bro, this is a respectable stat, bro.
Go ahead, what is it?
Him and Giannis Antetokounmpo were the only people in the NBA averaging 18 points and 12 rebounds plus.
All-Star. I hate ESPN. I hate NBA TV. I hate them when they come up with these crazy stats that don't.
It's not crazy stats.
Oh, the only people that average 18 and 12 in the NBA.
18, 12 plus. Only people doing that.
Bradley Beal was putting up 25, 26 points.
All right, 28.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brad. It's like, come on, bro, stop playing with me, man. Next we're gonna hear what he the first one to get on the team bus and wait 30 minutes before everybody comes or some shit. Come on, like, bro, stop making up these stats.
Bro, you've been holding on to that for so long.
I don't want to get it, bro.
They were playing good. They deserve the All-Star representative.
Okay, I guess.
They deserve that.
Make it next year. He should be the first one to average 20 points and 14 rebounds. He should up it up next year so he could be an All-Star again. Anyways, continue.
But yeah, man. So shout out to Jimmy Butler and the Heat. Definitely looking forward to that first round matchup versus Indiana and the Pacers. Now to get into the biggest story of the NBA season this week, Dame Dollar, Dame Lillard, Logo Lillard, Dame time. Yes, sir.
I love Dame, man.
Damian Lillard started off the week earlier this week going against the Clippers, to where he struggled, didn't have too good of a shooting night, And when it came down to crunch time, Damian Lillard's at the free throw line, and you know, Damian Lillard is a career 89%, 90% free throw shooter. You're thinking he's definitely gonna make 2, or at least 1. He ended up, he ended up missing both. To where after that, of course, he also missed a 3-point shot to win the game, and Pat Bev and Paul George took humor to that and started mocking him, you know, tapping their wrists, you know, mocking the Dame Time celebration and things of that nature, to where it spewed over into Instagram and social media, and it led to Paul George taking shots and Pat Bev saying Cancun on 3, and Dame Lillard responded, "You boys keep running from the grind, jumping from team to team. You boys chumps."
He did say that. I heard it.
And we had the layover from that and Skip Bayless.
Come on, sorry to cut you off. Come on,
Yeah.
Paul George, you know better. Paul George, you know better. I don't say Pat Beverly, you know better too. But George, did you pick up your face off the floor yet? Bro, the man, I'll watch that play again. The play that sent him on to Cancun, wherever Paul George like a vacation. It was so disrespectful. The man, it was like 6 seconds on the clock. He just dribbling. At 2 seconds, he just took a nice step to the side, and he just released it. He didn't try to make a move towards the goal. He didn't. He just knew that he was in rhythm. Paul George, you know better than that. So why would you wake up? Damian Lillard proved time after time. Don't play with him. He's psycho. You don't trust him like Damian Lillard.
No.
He's psycho, bro.
Damian Lillard used his aggression and channeled it through basketball.
Yeah.
Like you ever like been mad, or maybe not you personally, or like a coach is talking to his players like, "Yo, I know things may be tough at home. I know you know going through a lot. Take that and channel it to this practice. Channel it to this next play. Channel it to this game. You feel me? Be aggressive. Channel that energy." That's exactly what Damian Lillard doing. Like you can tell if Damian Lillard was just a regular person and somebody got him that mad and he didn't have basketball to release. I wouldn't say killer, but he'll be beating people up.
Yeah, he'll be in downtown Oakland.
And you know he's from Oakland. Exactly.
And the police department.
Yeah, booking.
Yeah.
County booking. Yeah. You don't mess with people like that.
Yeah, you don't trust people like that, bro.
People that, like, when you get them mad, they do that. Like they had the responses. You know, apparently, you know, family members got involved, things of that nature, name calling and so forth. And also, it came out that Paul George did reach out to Dame once that, you know, family members started, you know, going at each other, and you know, just said it's just competition, things of that nature. But I understand, you know, okay, we ain't got no problem, but you know, it's okay. It's
next game I'm dropping 70.
Yeah, we could be cool as far as, like, you know, it's not no real hate, but as a competitive level, let's keep that same energy.
And then that was 51-point game. Then Skip got involved.
After the 51-point game, Skip, you know, chimed in and said, "I'm still not buying Dame time."
Okay. You ain't buying Dame time. I'm gonna bring the clock He dropped 61 points, but the man scored in every fashion you could think of.
I believe he hit 10 threes.
3-pointers, floaters, diving, driving, cutting. He did anything. CJ McCollum only had like 6 points.
No, that was the last game. That CJ McCollum.
Well, how much he had in the game when he dropped 61?
I'll go look.
Yeah, but he had a great game because he's battling an injury too. I believe it's a back injury.
Yeah, back fracture.
Yeah, he's back.
I'll go check.
Melo came back alive.
Had a 20-point game.
Did his thing, whatever the case may be. But come on, bro. And then Skip, I'm starting to lose. There's something I'm starting to lose for Skip.
Yeah, that game CJ McCollum had 16 points, 7 for 17.
Okay.
You know, not a mediocre game at CJ McCollum standards. That's, you know.
But Skip, I'm starting to lose something for Skip, because Skip is the type of person. He's like, once you kind of somewhat get on his bad side, I guess, it doesn't matter what you do, he's gonna find something horrible. This man just has 61 points, and you focusing on the last minute and 30 seconds. Well, he was talking about, he should have never passed it to CJ McCollum, whatever the case may be. I'm like, bro. He talking about the shot. I ain't gonna. That was a crazy shot though. He shot it. It went up to heaven and came back down. That was a crazy shot. But Skip, if you ever play basketball, when you're in the zone, you can shoot a shot like this is gonna go in. You're in that zone. So whatever you're talking about, he went up and this, that, and third is lucky, whatever the case may be. doesn't matter. It went in. That's a testament to how hot he was. So, but Skip just keep picking at him. Skip, you're gonna make him drop 100 points. The first person to drop 100 points,
and then
I don't know about no Wilt Chamberlain.
And then when he dropped the 100, Skip is gonna say that he missed the free throw.
Yeah, to make it 101.
Yeah,
it's like, come on, Skip.
He don't got that killer instinct. He had a chance at the end of the game. They fouled him. They were up by 10 points. No pressure. All you have to do is hit the last free throw to hit 101, and he didn't get it.
Bro,
that's what I'm talking about with Damian Lillard.
Skip
he does not have the killer. That's what Skip Bayless is gonna say.
Skip has the audacity, the unmitigated gall to say Dame is not a clutch player, not a closer. I watched Dame hit 100 shots in the last 5 seconds of the game. He sent Paul George home last year because he hit a shot right in his grill.
But you know the thing is though, like, and I understand certain things. As far as like what Skip Bayless says, and it is valid points. Mm-hmm. He in the Western Conference Finals last year, he played bad. You know, to Damian Lillard's standards, he averaged about 22 points, shot 36% from the free throw, from the field goal, and in the fourth quarter, he played bad in each of those games. When they went into the fourth quarter, with a chance to win those games, he had an overtime in the last game. Mm-hmm. So I understand that. But also, you have to realize nobody foreseen the Portland Trailblazers making the Western Conference Finals.
At all.
Nobody foreseen that. They beat OKC 4-1, and I'm pretty sure more people had OKC winning.
Of course.
Against Portland with the combination of Paul George and Russell Westbrook. What is the point of them coming together? The point of them coming together was to have championship aspirations. I mean, not that I thought they were going to, but that was the plan. The year previously, they just got sent home by Donovan Mitchell.
Was it a sweep? No, that was
it was like another 4-1, maybe 4-2.
Yeah.
And was Donovan Mitchell a rookie? Like,
he's a
rookie. Yeah. They just got sent home by Donovan Mitchell the year prior, a rookie.
So and we give y'all a pass. We gave them a pass because they're trying to figure it out.
They had Melo and things of that nature.
They're trying to figure out. Okay, we give you a pass.
So they let go Melo. They come back. I'm pretty sure they were the favorites to win that game. Mm-hmm. And what did Dame Lillard do?
To win the series.
He lost Nurkic. Nurkic's been gone.
Yeah, he was gone. Yeah.
Nurkic's been gone. They maintained the 3rd seed, I believe, and he went in and put on a performance. Like the year before, mind you, they got sent home. Portland Trailblazers in the first round. They got sent home by the Pelicans to where Drew Holiday and Rajon Rondo had C.J. McCollum and Damian Lillard running around like a chicken with his head cut off. And I remember seeing that like, damn, I love Damian Lillard, but I don't see him getting any better. Like,
but let's not forget though, the type of player Dame is. You remember when they lost Nicholas Batum, they lost Wesley Matthews, they lost Marcus Aldridge in the same offseason. They came back and was a top 3, top 4 seed in the West. Dame has been doing this. Like, I get what you're saying. I didn't think it could get any better. I mean, I did think it could get better, but this man's a superstar now. We have to. Before people say, okay, he's a all-star, he's a top player in the league, but bro, we kind of have to start putting him in that top 10.
Oh well, I've done that since last year.
Me personally,
since the playoffs.
Yeah. You know me, I've been on Damian Lillard since Weber State. When I was really in tune to the college scene, I was watching him. I'm like, this man is a killer. But to see him doing this, I don't know. I can't even say I've seen that. But yeah, man, he's like top. We gotta put him.
You know, he's definitely a top 10 player. We don't have to go through numbers of like where he ranked, but
top 3 point guard, bro.
You know, and yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. And this year, he's probably
this year he's been the best point guard.
He's the top 1 point guard, obviously. But when everybody, all the guards are healthy, he's definitely top 3. And if you ask me,
he's the top 3 point guard.
If you ask me, he's number 1 point guard wise. Number 1.
When everybody's healthy.
And everybody's healthy. I'll take him over Kyrie. I'll take him over. I don't care about Kyrie. I'll take him over Steph Curry. I'll take him over Russell. I'll take him. He's top. Look at what this man is doing. He's hitting Steph Curry shots. He's penetrating like he's Kyrie. It's like, what is this man not doing that he's not the best point guard in the NBA? He's averaged the most assists he ever averaged, which is 8 assists this year. He jumped from like...
He just had 61 and 8 assists.
He jumped from like averaging 6 assists, career high, 6 and some change, to 8 assists. Yeah. Averaging the most points, he's at 30 points. What is this man not doing from not being the best point guard? I don't see how it's a conversation.
Yeah, and I get that, and no, yeah. So like I said, since last year, I've been putting him in that superstar status. He should be in everybody's top 10, like straight and through. But how did he get better? He expanded his range to the freaking parking lot.
His shot making ability.
To the parking lot. His shot making ability. Like, Damian Lillard's always been making tough shots. 2014, he sent the Rockets home with a tough shot. Catch and shoot, tough shot, leaning sideways.
But back to what I was saying when I used to watch him when he come in college. You know he practiced those shots, right? Like, no, the range just got crazy. It's sick now.
Yeah.
It's sick now. But those shots when he's falling off one leg and twisting his body this way, he's been practicing them shots forever. Now he just added the range to it. The man shooting shots like that from half court effortlessly, bro. How you do that? It's sick. It's sick. So for Skip to say this man is not clutch, he's not this, he's not that. Come on, man.
Because he wants to go to the Boston game in the bubble and last year, and that's the point I was gonna make. In last year's Western Conference Finals, no, the Boston game that they had in the bubble, that like Portland played Boston and
okay.
He didn't play good down the stretch, so he tried to come at him about being clutch with that. But to my point of the Western Conference Finals game last year, the series, a report came out that he had bruised ribs.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, nobody expected him to get that far. So clearly, Damian Lillard is going to be worn out. C.J. McCollum was there. C.J. McCollum was hooping right beside him. But mind you, that Denver series, they went to 3 overtimes.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Every game, like they were going to double overtimes. Like Damian Lillard was playing a lot of basketball.
He timed out. He got too. He was too
His
tired.
gas ran out.
Yeah.
He's never been on that run before. And on top of at that point of the season, everybody is banged up. Clearly, Damian Lillard can go, but he was gassed. And if they would have had how Melo's playing now, if they would have had something like that last year, a legit third scorer, I'm not saying that they would have beat Golden State, but they wouldn't have been swept.
No.
They wouldn't have been swept. What Melo is doing with CJ McCollum is he's nursing an injury and him not playing too good. Melo has dropped the last 4 games of 20-plus points. In the last game, he had 26. That's what they've been missing, that third scorer, to where if Dame isn't going right now, CJ's not going right now, somebody can, get them a few buckets. And I don't understand how Skip can just, think about the Western Conference Finals of last year and think about the Celtics game in the bubble and think about how he says when Dame dropped the 61 against Philly in the last minute and a half, he missed a shot and he got that lucky bounce. When you're zoning, you're zoning. That's what the great players do. They find a way. When Kawhi hit the shot last year to send Philadelphia home, I didn't hear anybody talking about luck.
That shot bounced 132 different ways on that run.
The great players find a way. How many games? What did Paul Pierce say when he banked the shot in for the Washington Wizards? He said, "Did you call that shot? I called game."
Whatever, it went in.
And that's what I would say to Skip Bayless and anybody who questions Damian Lillard making that shot. The great players find a way. People know Paul Pierce is a closer. He gets the ball at the end of the game. He knocks down the shot. It's off the backboard. Reporter asked him, "Did you call backboard?" "I called a game." Don't ask me if I called backboard. Don't ask me if I meant to shoot that shot so hard that it bounced off the back iron of the rim, jump all the way up. 40 feet, it can jump up, I don't care, and come back down. Don't ask me that. I'm zoning. People don't act like Damian Lillard can't make that shot. Cash, net. He's shown us he can do that. So if it goes in and it bounces off the rim, so be it.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
But don't act like Dame can't make that shot. And as far as Pat Bev and Paul George, they know. That's just Lance Stevenson playing with LeBron or playing with D Wade or the agitators that you have through the league, or I believe it was Marcus Morris saying that he can play great defense against LeBron or things of that nature. That's just how it is. It's competitive.
A couple years back when Tobias Harris was going at LeBron, saying that he's gonna lock him up and all these, and LeBron dropped 35, 40 on him.
Monte Ellis going that way back in the day. That's just what it is. These players know what time it is with Dame, especially those two guys.
No pun intended.
A little pun intended.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay.
But essentially, no pun intended. They know what it is with Dame, bro. They witnessed it, and I ain't gonna lie. If I was in that position as them, it would have felt good to see Dame miss those shots too, miss those free throws, miss that. But you're not judged by one game.
Nope.
You judge how you carry yourself after that bad game.
I mean, you judge by the game if you get sent home the way Paul George did.
Yeah, like all of them have been sent home before. All of them have seen Cancun. So it's just batter, but don't do that. Leave Dame alone.
Yeah, he's not the type of person you want to play with.
He's not that guy that you want to mess with, bro. He's not that guy. Dame, he's somebody different, bro. And crazy thing about it too. We're gonna move forward. Dame has always been counted out.
Yeah.
He's always been counted out.
Remember, like his first 2-3 years, he was mad because he didn't make an All-Star.
Yeah.
They kept counting him out.
He kept, getting denied till he finally made it. And now he's gonna start showing people to the point to where you can't deny him.
Yeah, there's no denying him.
That's the way he's looking. Like you won't be able to deny him, and that's where it's going. Another thing too, I want to touch on. The NBA just announced that they're doing all bubble awards. I'm not too sure on all of the awards that they'll be giving out, but
that's cool.
All bubble MVP. Who would you say? Would you say Devin Booker or Damian Lillard?
If Devin Booker, because they have a play-in coming in, right?
Yeah.
Or they're playing. If Devin Booker makes the playoffs, however, so they can make
whoever gets to play in between Portland and Devin Booker.
That's who's the NBA, the bubble MVP. Because the reason I say that, because if Portland makes the playoff, and the way Damian playing, he has to get it. He has to get it. They were playing for something. He won it. Same thing with Devin Booker. Devin Booker playing great, but his play is I ain't gonna say his play was for nothing, because they pretty much they went undefeated. They're all undefeated right now. So yeah, whoever makes it to the playoffs.
Yeah, and that's something I would agree with you right now. If you just had to make me choose now, and I have to submit my vote now, I would say Damian Lillard, because 51, then 61, and then who knows what he's gonna do next. I would say him, but for sure, yeah. If whoever gets that 8 seed to play against the Lakers, I would definitely
All NBA.
All NBA. And to Devin Booker, you mentioned him as well about saying you felt like he needed to go ahead and get some help. But yeah, hopefully Devin Booker, because I heard him say that whether they make the playoffs or not, he'll be satisfied, because they've won 7 games in a row. The team has been giving it their all, and you got to say hats off to them. And they got Monty Williams as their coach
He's a great
now,
coach.
and hopefully this is like a building block. Like this is not just like a hot streak that they're on. Devin Booker seems very motivated. He's expressed his displeasure with missing the playoffs, and hopefully we'll see where this takes Phoenix, man. It's looking promising for them. They have DeAndre Ayton, and regardless, hats off to Phoenix for sure, man.
Yeah.
But that being said, the only thing I would say is though, the first round matchups are what they are. As far as first round matchups, I'm looking to see how Joel Embiid is going to play in the first round against Boston. Just because
that's a big first round matchup, though.
I don't think Philly's going to win, but I want to see how Joel Embiid plays. That's going to show a lot to me.
Yeah, and I really want to know what's going to happen with Brett Brown, because I understand Ben Simmons out now, whatever the case may be, but y'all shouldn't be in a position to where you're playing the Boston Celtics in the first round.
Yeah, being the 6th seed.
Yeah, you shouldn't be playing Boston. You should be playing maybe Orlando.
Minimum 4th seed.
Yeah, minimum. It should really, the rankings should probably be Milwaukee, Philadelphia, Toronto, and then Miami. That should be the top 4 seeds. There's no reason why y'all
and then
playing
Boston.
So whatever happens, happens. And I really want to know what happened with Brett Brown. With his coaching job, because they haven't been really producing really these last 2-3 years. So yeah, that's interesting to see. So I got them losing that series in about 6. But yeah, like you said, I really want to see what Joel Embiid do, how he performs, even if when they do lose. Are you gonna go out there and give us 15 and 11, or are you gonna give us 35 and 18, and impose your will however you can?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I expect them to lose, but how are you going to play?
Yeah, how are you going to lose? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, like don't go out like no sucker.
And if you win, more hats off to you.
Yeah, and I'm definitely looking forward to the matchup of Indiana and Miami. We already touched on that. Expecting Miami to win. I want to see Bam first time in playoffs. Duncan Robinson first time in playoffs. We have a lot of young players.
Is Bam first time in the playoffs? This is 3rd year, right?
3rd year.
He wasn't in the playoff series with Toronto?
Last year they didn't make
Philly?
it. Last year they didn't make it. He was.
Yeah, but
he was rookie.
Yeah.
This is going to be his first time in a prominent role in the playoffs, and that's what I'm looking forward to see with Bam Adebayo. Another thing too, Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis, first time in the playoffs against the Clippers, and I'm looking forward to seeing that as well. Of course, the Clippers should win. And please, I don't want no surprises with that one.
If Clippers don't win, Patrick gotta go.
Somebody gotta go, and it's not the coach, it's not Doc Rivers, it's not Kawhi.
What? But Joe, I'll tell you something. I don't care if you average 50 points that series. Y'all better not lose. Yeah, somewhere, somehow, it's gonna be your fault. Don't lose that series, brother. I don't care. Don't lose.
And yeah, man. The Houston and Utah series, I'm not really anticipating nothing with that. I'm looking more for seeing Houston, of course, winning that series and see how they play in the second round. Because you touched on Houston, but come on, Houston.
Russell Westbrook allegedly missed the beginning of the playoffs.
For real?
Yeah, I forgot what it was. He's some type of injury. Maybe a game. Maybe.
James Harden! I don't want no excuses, boss man. It's your team versus Donovan Mitchell's team. Yeah. Find a way if that is the case.
Yeah, find a way.
James! I can hit you. I don't want to hear it. I promise you I don't.
Yeah,
find a way, Mr. 50, 60 points. Yeah, find a way. Find a way.
Yeah, I don't want to hear no excuses. That should be y'all serious to win.
Yeah, and then finally, the last matchup I'm interested to see, depending on who the Lakers play at the 8th seed, Damian Lillard versus the Lakers.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I want to see a couple 50-point games and 40-point games. Damian Lillard against the Lakers.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't expect Lakers to lose, but I don't want to play Portland in the first round, bro. I don't want to see Dame Lillard in the first round, bro.
Yeah.
Like whether you win, that's gonna take a lot out. It's gonna take a lot out of you. You feel me? So, yeah. I mean, I like Lakers in 6, but if they go to 7, I won't be surprised, bro.
Got you. Yeah, me either. But that being said, man, it's been a fun and interesting week in the NBA. By the time we come back next week, the playoffs should have already started, and we'll be giving you guys reviews and reactions to those games. But for sure, man, if you made it this far, we appreciate you guys tuning in.
Yes, sir.
It's been fun. Once again, it's Kyle the Kid, Mega the Boy, and we are out.
Yeah!